Welcome to your monthly update about the upcoming Dunn County Board of Supervisors meeting. This month's meeting will be held on Wednesday, August 28th at 5:30 p.m. instead of at the regular 7 p.m. start time. There will be no regular business conducted, but it will instead be a deep dive into the 2025 budget proposal. We call it the County Board Budget Workshop. We are shooting for no more than 3 hours, but there's a lot of information to cover. Our goal as a county leadership team is to provide the supervisors with solid information on which to base their decisions. And budgeting for an organization the size of Dunn County has a lot of complexities. On the 28th, we'll begin with a short presentation about how to navigate the various online budget materials by our Chief Financial Officer, Beata Haug. Beata will then spend some time looking at areas of operation that have sufficient funding for 2025 and those that have an unmet need. I often talk to the board supervisors about the importance of understanding roles. It is the role of the department heads to advocate for what they need for their staffs to do the work efficiently and effectively. It's a bit of don't shoot the messenger. It's the role of Beata as CFO and me as county manager to translate those requests into something that is understandable by the county board. And it's the role of the county board to make decisions about what and how much of what to fund. We are working to make our board workshops more interactive so it isn't just sharing information, but provides for time for the board to work with the information as well. We're going to do 2 board exercises, and the first will be to work with some scenarios to identify all of the county services provided. One of the things that still amazes me in spite of 35 plus years of public service is to consider all of the services that a county provides. We're aiming to provide a fun way for the board to contemplate this as well. Next, our Assistant County Manager, Dan Dunbar, will present an abbreviated version of a presentation that we did last year about how property taxes and tax levy work. Many people believe that an increased valuation of their property automatically will result in an increased property tax. But in reality, the calculations are much more complicated. Simply stated, if your valuation goes up evenly with your neighbors in your municipality, and the amount of taxes needed stays the same, the amount of taxes remains evenly distributed and your property taxes won't rise. We're experimenting this year with putting together a budget book which provides a reference for board members on all of the county departments, along with a list of services provided and a budget summary for 2024. I know we're working on 2025, but since it's still in development stage, it seems most accurate to use 2024 numbers for the sake of illustration. Borrowing money is always a hot topic in budgeting, and Beata Haug is going to spend some time with the board reviewing our current borrowing and looking at what additional borrowing does to the budget and taxes. Jenna Nutter, our Human Resources Director, is going to provide a presentation on Dunn County workforce demographics, and Dan Dunbar is going to explain a unique opportunity that the county has to invest in geothermal and solar technologies and benefit from federal tax credits and something called performance-based contracting. It's a bit complicated to detail here, but the budget workshop will be recorded, and that segment of the recording might be of interest to watch on the Dunn County YouTube page after the meeting. Finally, we're planning to do an exercise with the board in which they will, in small groups, experiment with how to balance the budget. We have an interactive tool which allows them to change the revenue inputs, such as borrowing, use of fund balance, less or more salary increases, less or more highway projects, etc., to bring about a balanced budget. We're hoping it helps illustrate the interplay of the complexities and gives us some direction for moving forward toward November when the budget is finally adopted for next year. As always, thanks for joining me, and if you're looking for an educational meeting, feel free to join us on the 28th. Until next month.